everybody. I'm here with another reading. This is Balsamic Moon Tarot, and I have gotten guidance today that, I should say maybe I've gotten inspiration, but I just really feel like doing a rapid fire type reading, and the goal is rapid transformation. I want to give you a message regarding your money, career, or financial situation, whatever struggle you're dealing with. I want to give you a message that is just very, I don't want to say short and sweet, just to the point and really getting at the root issue with the goal of inspiring rapid change, rapid transformation. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I just did a more extended reading, and I'm picking up a lot of collective energy where we're feeling either drained or stuck, or just a bit out of focus even. And that can happen when we're used to repetitive cycles. It can happen when we just assume that what is going to happen today is the same thing that happened yesterday. And that is false. Like, just because something has kept repeating itself the same way doesn't mean there's no way out of it. And we can feel helpless sometimes because we are used to a repetitive pattern, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't try to change it. And so sometimes sometimes we lose hope because we think that it's going to require a tremendous amount of change, or it's going to require changing all these other different things. It's like we see the whole picture and we're just like, oh my gosh, that's never going to happen. I might as well not even try. But that is absolutely not true in my experience. In my experience, it's often when we are being very like playful, experimental, and low stakes, and even just kind of whimsical, that we can absolutely transform our lives. I've seen this happen recently for myself, but I've seen it happen multiple times in my life, and I've seen it happen multiple times for other people. It's often something that we do on a whim that leads to tremendous change and tremendous growth and positive change. So it's the thing that we're not trying so hard to solve, or to, we're not like putting all our brain power on it. We're actually just trying something out, just being a bit more playful and even goofy, and, taking a risk, taking a gamble, rolling the dice is another way to look at that. So that's how I'm approaching this reading. I'm going to give you 3 options here. These were shuffled, so these cards are these are the cards that wanted to come out today, and each card is a specific scenario with regards to your money, your career, or your finances. So whether it's your workplace, whether it's the money in your relationship, or even just your personal finances or an investment, whatever the situation is, these are the 3 things it could boil down to. So there's conflict here. Hexagram number 6, conflict, from the Visionary I Ching Oracle. We have hexagram number 12, standstill. And we have hexagram number 13, fellowship. I'm going to read the text below. So conflict is sky above, water below. Standstill is sky above, earth below. And fellowship is sky above, fire below. So if you practice the I Ching, these hexagrams are already familiar to you probably, but you don't need to practice the I Ching to choose a card here. Just go with your gut, go with your instinct, your intuition, and your feelings. What is it that you want to really get to the heart of? What is it you want to figure out, even just in a small way, a small step, a small solution to approach this problem. So again, your choices are conflict, standstill, and fellowship. Okay? I'm not even going to pause or break this up into chunks. I'm just going to keep this flowing. So let's start with card number 1, conflict. Okay? What is the advice? What is the rapid transformation available to you, the person who selected this card? conflict. Okay. Okay. First message. Knight of Wands. The Moon. King of Pentacles. Alrighty. Yes, there's competition here. The conflict is competition over resources. Someone is either openly opposing you, defying your authority even. Someone is definitely trying to compete here, and they think that you have it all. They think that you're comfortable, that you don't even realize how much you have. Like, they think that you, because you don't realize how much you have, like, you're not gonna miss something. Oh, it's like, oh, if I steal this little thing from them, they won't even notice, you know? Like, they're just, like, that's the entitlement here, okay? This is someone who's acting very selfishly, very impulsively. With the moon there, they're not acting out in the open, you know? They're doing something shady and secretive here behind your back. But, you know, as the King of Pentacles, you don't have much to worry about. You can just kind of, you can still afford to let their petty behavior sort of play itself out, because no matter what they try to do, no matter what they attempt to do, it is not going to shake your own foundation of power and authority and stability, and you know, it's not going to threaten your resources here. It's more of an annoyance than anything. So this is the situation with whatever conflict you're dealing with, okay? Let's see. I'm just going to see what other information I get. Rapid transformation is the goal. Okay, Judgment, 3 of Swords. So, you know what? This person is hurting, and you can see that for what it is. They're hurting. Maybe you can even have some compassion. I don't know if it's so much compassion as you can just understand that when people hurt people hurt, right? Hurt people hurt. Like, when people are hurting, they act out. They can be quite unpredictable, because what they're dealing with, what they're grappling with, you know, what they're doing is they're just trying to cope. Okay, Temperance. Yes, you can definitely be the better person here. You can take the higher road. With Temperance, the situation is it is testing you. It's testing your ability to just have a moderate response. Like, in other words, if they're in your face, if they're getting very heated, if they're escalating things, the advice is definitely don't fight fire with fire. Let them exhaust themselves. Temperance, you're the person who can do magical, transformative things here. So you don't need to budge from your position. You just need to hold your position, maintain your own grace, you know. You can be forgiving, but, you know, forgiveness is really about, is where you only forgive where it's warranted, right? So you're not going to forgive people just because of the kindness of your heart. You're going to forgive people because you see that they are changing. You see that they are genuinely sorry. So that's your advice here, is like, you don't need to react quickly. You don't need to overreact. You know, just if you feel the temptation to do that, just do what you have to do to remove from the stress and return to your own, you know, return to the things that just genuinely give you joy. Like, just regroup, right? Regroup and do what you have to do to avoid the triggers, avoid escalating this conflict. 7 of Cups. Oh yeah, if you need to go and, you know, go into your la la land of like binge watching TV, or, you know, doing some kind of creative activity, imaginative activity, even like maybe you like clothes, and, you know, like you can have a distraction if that's what will help you to not escalate the conflict further. You know, 7 of Cups, it's perfectly okay to go into a playful fantasy mode if that is just helping you to cope temporarily. But, you know, definitely don't do it if it becomes a bit too self-indulgent, and if you become a bit too, you know, like, here's the King of Pentacles. So, you know, if you find yourself like binge eating, or if you find yourself you know, drinking more than usual, like definitely understand that it's just because you're trying to have some balance in your life from whatever this conflict is, whatever stress this conflict is presenting you with, okay? The Tower. Yeah, so there's some, you know, again, like, the Tower is more from them, not from you. I'm getting the Tower as being like, this is someone who is quite unstable in some way. You know, either they have such instability in their own lives that it ends up being, they end up causing drama in other people's lives. It's like they don't want to be alone in their drama. They want to cause misery and drama for other people. It could be that. But the Tower is also that, you know, the truth of this person is going to come out. Like if they've been playing games, if they've been deceitful, if they've been trying to even start a smear campaign against you, like that's not going to last. They have a house of cards. It's going to fall very quickly, very soon is what I'm getting there, okay? What else? What else? For pile number 1. Oh. Mysterious Mother. Yes, this is a time to care for yourself. This is a time to turn inward and remember that you are protected, you are cared for. As long as you, you know, and also the number 4, as long as you remember your values, your core values, as long as you stick to your principles, you'll be okay. You have a lot of supportive energy between the Mysterious Mother, Temperance, and the Moon. There's a lot that is working in your favor because you are showing up as the King of Pentacles. I think that you might not be the most superstitious person, or sometimes you try not to, sometimes you compartmentalize and you don't really want to deal with negative feelings. You want to just kind of push them down. But Mysterious Mother is showing here to just be like, you know, if you're hurting, if you're suffering, it's okay. Like, it's okay if this person affects you privately, you know, like maybe sometimes you just need a day or night to, you know, to retreat into your own private, safe space and, you know, vent or cry, do what you need to do. You're safe there. Like, we all have to cope with stress in our lives somehow, and especially if it's ongoing, you know, sometimes we need to find new ways to deal with that. Wow, the Philosopher's Stone. Beautiful. This is again a card of, so with the Temperance, right? This is about alchemy, the Philosopher's Stone, how we take trials and tribulations in our life and we transform in, you know, from the inside out. We transform, we become the magical co-creators of our lives because we realize our own power. So I am also sensing here, like, maybe you're not ready for it now, but I think at some point you will be able to find compassion and feel compassion for this person, because again, like, you know, they're operating out of their own triggered situation. They're dealing with something very overwhelming on their end is what I'm getting here, very fear-inducing. And so the way they're acting is, you know, it's a kind of like a fight or flight response, okay? The way they're acting is kind of desperate. So maybe you're not there yet, but I think at some point you might be able to find compassion towards them, if only to help you release the negativity that they brought into your life. Sometimes we have to just, you know, let things lie, let things be, so that we are not constantly thinking about the problem and letting this person take up, you know, live rent-free in our brain, right? Just to be able to move on. Sometimes we need to forgive and forget. Hopefully forget, but yeah, forgiving is helpful to move on. So that's my message for you. Whatever this conflict is, I hope that was helpful for you. There's a lot of validation here. Like, you are definitely the better person. You can take the high road. You know, even if you have an off day and you need to sort of like get some drinks with friends to just commiserate, yeah, do that. You know, do what you have to do. But ultimately, you're solid, you're stable. King of Pentacles, you are in a safe position here. You will be okay. You will weather this storm. That's it for you, pile 1. Good luck, okay? Good luck. Hope that was helpful for you. Like or subscribe if it was. Alrighty, so I'll just pause here to put these cards away. Okay, card number 2, you selected Standstill. Welcome to your reading. If you selected the pile number 2, Standstill, this is your reading. This is rapid transformation. We're trying to figure out how can you have a rapid transformation in your money, career, finances situation. Standstill. Okay, so clearly you're dealing with a situation that's been stagnant. Perhaps you're frustrated because you feel like your progress has stalled. You feel like there's no opportunities coming your way, or for some reason, there's missed opportunities, like maybe you yourself it's hard to get motivated to even pursue the opportunities that have been coming, practically falling into your lap. I'm getting that too. I'm getting someone who's maybe been procrastinating, been kind of just, operating from a place of like, I don't feel like it, like, no, this is not putting the fire under my ass, just to put it that way. Okay, so what do we have for you today? What is the message for pile number 2? Hearing momentum. Sometimes things just need momentum, and so getting them going is the hardest part. Yeah, the Tower. So there is definitely something that has to be let go of, and you've been holding on. You're not ready to let go of it. Wow, Death. Yes. You need to move on. I'm sorry, but you do. If this is a job, I'm sorry if you don't want to hear this, but if this is a job, if this is a role, wow, the Devil. Okay. You need to move on. There's something that you cannot fix, and walking away or putting it behind you is the best solution. This is a very specific message. Please use the advice. Please take whatever this message is and use it with your own reasoning and, logic. But if you are someone where this resonates clearly, this is confirmation. Like, yes, you have to move on. You have to end it. You have to leave. I don't know if this is a job. I don't know if this is a relationship or a working partnership, but that is the message, okay? It's a house of cards. It's going to fall, and you don't want to be around when it does. Perhaps it's already showing signs of falling. Wow, okay. That is a strong beginning. Let's see what else is here. Standstill. What's going on with the person who selected Standstill? The High Priestess. 6 of Swords. Do I need to push this? Yeah. Rapid transformation. Rapid transformation. Sometimes it's not a big thing, Sometimes it's a little thing that transforms. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. We've got these. 9 of Cups, 3 of Cups. Ooh. Okay. Wow. So all you have to do, once you move on from the situation, once you finally let it go and just accept, like, it's over, it's done, it's not needed in my life. In fact, it's keeping me stuck. I need to release this. I need to move on. Once you do that, this High Priestess is here. I mean, you've got knowledge, you've got information, you've got you've got brain power, you have, I keep hearing knowledge, it's just like you actually know the things. You know things. And so once you leave this behind, you will finally get to a place that is so much more calmer. Like, yeah, I think the Standstill energy is just like you've been maybe feeling a bit guilty about wanting to move on. Maybe you've been stuck because you've been trying to use that brain of yours to, like, figure out how could this work? How could we, there's got to be a solution. But once you remove yourself, once you accept, like, no, this is just life. This is just change. This is inevitable. I cannot just stop evolution. I cannot stop growth. This is the Death card. It's inevitable. inevitable change, inevitable growth. I feel like this is a wisdom tooth. So, oh no, that's a person's hair. Wow, I saw like a wisdom tooth there, but it's actually a woman, or a person like bent over, and this butterfly is being released from the cocoon of their body, so the cocoon of their past self. But what's interesting is that I saw here in this shape a wisdom tooth. And you know how a wisdom tooth is, right? If you've had that experience, like a wisdom tooth has to be removed. You have to just release it and let it go, because it will just keep growing, or it'll keep hurting you and cause problems. So sometimes we just really need to say no, or to say goodbye. Okay, the devil. This is again emphasizing the need for this. So here's the next part of the message, which is that once you finally do this, you're going to be in such a much better place. We've got the Six of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Three of Cups. Wow. First of all, you're going to find support for the move, for the change. You're going to find people who really show up and understand, and they really want your best interest. They support you doing what you need to do for yourself here, for your well-being. They support your happiness. These are people showing up, even celebrating the fact that you've been able to do this, you've been able to move on. They're happy for you, and they want to help you. They want to help assist in any way they can to make sure that you make this transition as smoothly as possible. You have the Ace of Pentacles, okay? New life, new chapter opening up here. Real changes in your life that are just around the corner. And all you have to do is just accept that this change has occurred, and that you don't need to hold on to the past anymore. That's all that is being asked of you. I know it doesn't sound easy, but once you do it, it will get easier. Every day will get easier and easier to accept that the change is inevitable and it's already really happened. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles. So amazing. You can take that Ace of Pentacles and you can turn it around and be the Queen here. Beautiful affirmation there. If you've been struggling financially, if you feel like, oh my gosh, my finances are underwater, I'm never going to pay this debt, or I'm never going to get to a good place in life, Queen of Pentacles, you absolutely can. You absolutely can. Your guides want you to reach this point, Queen of Pentacles. They want you to be safe. They want you to be happy and fulfilled, and to have the resources, the money, the stability in your life, the safety. They want you to have the stability and safety in your life so that you can thrive. Ooh, interesting. Okay, something that is never truly yours. 27. Card number 27 from the Iris Oracle. Something that is never truly yours. So these hands are grasping at coins. It looks like coins falling through the air, and the hands are open and grasping. So what's important to know here, right, is that there are things in life, there are many things in life that are never truly ours. Everything returns to dust, okay? Life is just as much about death as death is about life. Change is the only constant in life. So when we hold on to something thinking that it's going to stay, or we're going to stay, we're resisting and we're denying the most essential fact of life, which is that change is inevitable. Change will always occur. So even if you are in a standstill, you are operating under a false belief that you're keeping still, that things are staying the same. They're not. Things are always changing. So even in a relationship, if two people want to be together and they say, we're going to be together forever and ever, and then they realize, let's say they grow apart, the relationship is not working out, and they're growing apart from each other. If something is at a standstill because the only thing keeping them together is, well, we're just supposed to be together, everything else is still going to change. You're still going to grow apart. If that's the direction things are going, and there's no real intervention there, like it's going to keep going that way. You're going to continue to grow further and further apart, and yet the relationship status will be at a standstill. So that's what this feels like to me, is that something that is never truly yours, when you recognize that this is not truly yours, you truly do not have this control that you think you have, it will be easier to accept that it's time to move on, okay? I feel for you, pile number 2. I don't think what you're going through is easy at all. But, you know, we've all had to deal with change. That's tough. Wow. How wonderful is this? Rebirth. Different deck, okay? Completely different deck. This is the modern Nirvana Oracle deck. You got rebirth. Death with the butterfly of transformation. Tower, okay? The Tower with the change. This is a house of cards about to be lit on fire. This is rubble here. A picture frame, a beautiful picture frame framing rubble. So it's about accepting the truth of the matter. The truth is there's nothing to hold on to. At this point, it's all gone. It's all destroyed. Rebirth. But now you're going to be like the phoenix from the flames. You are ready to have a rebirth in your life. It just means moving on. It just means accepting that something cannot be changed, that something is out of your control. But you can take control over your response. You can take control over what you want the next phase of your life to look like. You know, to dream up that dream, to dream that possibility. Rebirth. So I know this is supposed to be about money, career, finances. I mean, I feel like this could really be, this is such a powerful message that this may not have to do with your workplace or your financial situation necessarily. This could be a very big revolutionary moment for you in your life. But if this is about a job or a relationship that maybe has been impacting your finances very much so, you know, this, you got the Queen of Pentacles. Like, this is a scary but wonderful time, okay? Like, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. That is the absolute main message. You're gonna be okay. It's okay. There will be days that it might be painful and that maybe you need to mourn, but you're going to be okay, and you have tremendous support from your friends, your guides. You have a support system here. I don't know if you're aware of it, but you do. And you're going to come out of this just Queen of Pentacles energy, right? Like, you're going to come out of this wonderful, happy, safe, secure, powerful High Priestess. And it's all going to be from your mind. You're going to dream up the life that you want out of this tremendous upheaval. You're going to dream up something that is real and authentic and wonderful just for you. Something that is just for you. A life that is your happiness, your contentment, okay? Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful, beautiful potential here to transform your life, okay? Pile 2. Wow. Thank you for joining me today. I love this energy, and I'm wishing you the best. I'm just wishing you the best. Like, I'm excited for you, okay? Pile 2. Take care. Good luck with it. Hello, Pile 3. This is your reading. Rapid transformation in the realm of money, finance, career, and life. You selected the 3rd card. You selected Fellowship, Hexagram 13. Sky above, fire below. From the Visionary I Ching Oracle. Alrighty, let's get to it. What do we have for you? What is the message for Pile 3, please? Rapid transformation. This does not need to be everything. This could be a small thing. But what is the advice for rapid transformation, money, career, finances? 4 of Wands. Awesome. Why does it want me to slow down? Yes, it wants me to slow down. There we go. The High Priestess and the Eight of Cups. Wow, this Eight of Cups has been trailing us all day. So we've got the Four of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Eight of Cups. You selected fellowship. I mean, I think that you're dealing with a group of people. I think that you're dealing with a workplace situation. Maybe you want everyone to get along, and right now they're not getting along, and it's kind of bringing you down. Maybe there's drama. You know what? The rapid transformation is you have an influence here that you may not be aware of. You have a very strong subliminal influence on this situation, this scenario. The Four of Wands, you have a lot of talents that people know about you, but you also have a talent that is not quite as clear or visible. I'm not even sure if you know about it. But with the Eight of Cups, you know, I think that it's interesting. I don't think you want recognition for something here. I just think that you want to use this skill. You want to put it into action, and you feel a bit like people are expecting something of you that is more kind of fluffy and, you know, I don't want to say shallow, but it's just like, it's just the you that they're used to. They're used to this appearance of you, and they want you to keep up the appearance. They want you to sort of keep up this facade of, you know, let's say there's the stereotype, like, oh, you're the good time girl, you're the one that makes us laugh. It's like, you know, that's the role that they gave you, and they just want you to be a good player, be a good team player, and show up and just have always be the clown or the goofball. But with the High Priestess, there's more to you. You're very intelligent, you're very wise, you're very, you know, even if you don't consider yourself spiritual, you're still very, you're inquisitive. You have an ability to read between the lines. You have ability to understand situations very intuitively because you just pick up on things, okay? You're very observant. You're very, I would even say you're clairvoyant sometimes. So you have intuition. You have a strong intuition here. And with the Eight of Cups, I feel like you just want either like some reason to use this or some exploration of this or some understanding of this, okay? I think that there are people in your life who would be really shocked to know that you have this side of yourself. But it's not them that's the problem. It's really more your own conception of yourself. It's really your own attitude towards yourself that is the crux of the matter, okay? So let's see what other cards we can get to flesh out this message. Seven of Wands, interesting. It's about boundaries, it's about defense mechanisms. It's about fighting, you know, having the energy to fight something. Six of Pentacles. Ooh. Kind of getting something specific there. Okay, the Fool. I think that is, yeah, I think that is the message. So far I'm getting that you kind of have to, you feel pressure to maintain whatever role you're maintaining. You feel pressure to maintain it for a financial reason. Maybe you have a high-paying job, or maybe you simply just have a lot of debt and you got to pay off that debt. But you would really love to just feel free of the burden of keeping up in a role or keeping up a stereotype or a typecast of, you know, the word typecasting, sometimes we get typecast, right? You would love to just be free of that. What else do we have for pile 3? I mean, that's a pretty powerful message there already. So, Justice, Five of Pentacles. Okay, yes, money. Money, 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 money. That is definitely a big factor in this. You know, maybe you're making enough money. Maybe you are feeling the pressure to keep a high-paying job, even though it requires you to sort of fit this mold. Justice and the Five of Pentacles. I see this as a choice. I see that you're going to have to make a choice here. It's really, I don't mean to sound flippant or dismissive, but it comes down to choice. It comes down to, are you going to choose a life that's more meaningful, or are you going to choose a life that is somehow ultimately always lacking? Okay, always lacking in substance. Like, that's the choice here, because substance versus artifice, having substance or having the appearance of substance, those are very different things. And you may not realize at this moment the choice that you are making. You're continuing to make a choice even though you may not be aware of it. We choose our lives. We choose, let me rephrase that. We choose in our lives by what we choose to say, where we choose to continue, what we choose to do with our time every day, how we choose to respond every day to everyday challenges. Every day presents choices, and so you have choices to make every single day. And I think that you've been framing this challenge in your life as, oh, I don't have a choice. Now, that's the message here. You do. You do. It may not be one big choice. It may be a bunch of small, seemingly small, multiple, infinite choices, if you will. Nine of Swords. Ooh, okay. I don't mean to provoke any anxiety. But if you've been feeling anxious, or if you're getting an anxious response, sometimes anxiety is excitement. Sometimes what is making us feel a bit anxious and fearful is actually also the energy, the new energy of excitement that's pointing us in the direction of growth, that's pointing us in the direction of a challenge that we need in our lives. So if you've been kind of going with the flow and taking things easy and being in your comfort zone here, there's something that will present you with a chance to grow, and it will be a little bit anxiety inducing, and that's okay. That's okay. The anxiety is pointing you towards important questions that have to be asked. Maybe you need to consult with a friend, or if you have a counselor or a therapist, maybe that will be a good time to talk to someone, to sort of like just have that open, free, safe space to ruminate, to talk. Oh my God, dream travel. Look at that. How cool is this for you? Sorry, let me make sure that everything is visible here. Dream travel. Yes, 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 yes. Do it. Is travel one of your dreams? Is travel something that you've been instinctively knowing is really important to you? Is that it? Or is it that you have such a vivid dream life or a vivid imagination that it transports you to other worlds? Okay? So dream travel, this is advice to allow yourself to really consider, what would your life look like if you didn't have to do something? You know, I have to do this, right? Those words, or I should do this. If you could take out the shoulds and just dream up whatever your heart's desire is, how would that change things for you? How does it even change things on the feeling level? How does it change the way you feel to know that these things are possible if you choose them, right? Well, I have two cards here. Weightlessness and direction. Wow. This is so cool. Pile 3. I'm sorry if I misspoke. This is pile 3. But look at these. Look at these together. I love these together so much. I'm just trying to make it take up all the screen so that you're not distracted by the other cards. Weightlessness and direction. So what this is telling you is that once you allow yourself the space to dream, once you allow yourself to let go of any preconceived notions, let go, even letting go of the past ideas of success, like, oh, I wanted to work in this field, and it was all I ever wanted to do. Like, if you can just step back from that kind of language, or that kind of thinking, right? If you can just try to reset yourself and try to get back to this sense of weightlessness, this sense of, I am here in the moment. Everything that's led up to this is in the past. And my future is just, it's just blank. It's just empty, weightlessness. Like, there's nothing I need to be concerned with in this moment. If you can reach that mental space, mental clarity, that inner space, inner peace, guess what? The direction will come to you. It's so unmistakable and unmissable. So you're not lost by any means. You just need to go through this process of permission, giving yourself permission to just be what you want to be in this life, giving yourself permission to evolve and change. Yeah, maybe you were like really happy being the clown or the goofball, or you're really happy being X, Y, or Z, and now you've lived it. You've lived that life cycle. You're ready to move on. You're ready to move on to something deeper, or if not something new, you're just ready to deepen your experience of life. And again, if money is the problem, right, you have choices to make, and you have a lot of choices available to you in terms of attacking the money issue. There is not just one way to do it. With the Justice and the Five of Pentacles, there is a balance sheet here, and any sense of inadequacy or sense of lack, if you feel like your bank account's running low, that is temporary. You can right the ship. It's all about first getting right within yourself. So that however way you attack the money issue, the money problem, it comes from a authentic or true or pure place of self, okay? The direction, you're going to course correct here, and you're going to find that direction. You're going to identify the direction. This is a really beautiful confirmation. This is a very affirmative message here for you. You've done a lot of wonderful things so far in your life. I feel like you've just been, you've been a good person. You've been doing the right things. You've been trying to be your best self. And sometimes we just need, a little bit of guidance or a little bit of nudging to identify the new direction our life wants to go. And, and you're being encouraged. Yes, pile 3. Pile 3, it's going to be great. 4 of Wands. It's a beautiful card of a happy life, a fulfilled life, a milestone achieved. Maybe you really are at a place now where you can afford to put something behind you, like maybe you have graduated, or maybe you have gotten married, or, like there's something probably in your life that's pretty stable now that you can afford to do some exploration. But that exploration is definitely needed with the 8 of Cups. You need to do some soul searching here, and it's certainly going to be fruitful and wonderful for you to do that. I'm seeing a lot of encouragement in that direction. Okay, pile 3, your guides are very happy for you. You're going to be just fine. You've got, if you've been worried, if you've been stressed about money or job issues, just take it a day at a time. 6 of Pentacles. It's gonna be okay. It will be a bit of a balancing act sometimes, but as long as you clue into the choices you really have right now, as long as you really tune in to your spirit, what your spirit is saying, what your soul is saying, as long as you can tune into that deeper soulful awareness of your life, you will identify the direction that you need to go in, okay? So glad for you, pile 3. Okay, if this resonated, please click the like or subscribe button. I'd love to know, if this is helping folks, okay? Thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you at the next reading. Take care.